One question around, clarification about the fee share. Since Noble doesn't have its own token, which is the case on Neutron or Stride, like Stride also, proposed to share emissions of Stride with the Atom community. But since you guys don't have your own token, I think that the revenue mainly comes from like on-chain Noble native, fees, right? Transaction fees, I guess.
Yeah.
Minting.
Yeah, so pretty much anytime, so transaction fees associated with sending USDC from Noble elsewhere in the Cosmos ecosystem. So let's say you want to IBC transfer it out to, a DEX, a DeFi protocol, whatever it might be. And then also when Noble kind of routes that asset, there will be transaction kind of fees associated with that. And then that revenue will be split between Noble and the validator. So it's right now the model is very much all based on transaction volume and transaction revenue. Yep.
Okay.
And again, it'll be paid, like it'll be denominated in the native asset that is being issued. So in this case, USDC.
Yeah. So basically, if you stake Atom in the future, you might earn USDC rewards.
Yep. That's
bullish.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're doing something very interesting. But there's still, anyways, it's bullish.
No, I think, I also tried to share that a little bit on the Twitter spaces, because it opened up with, Jose saying that Atom is a meme coin. Bro, I think this era of the Atom economic zone, with Noble, everybody seems to be very excited about Noble, but they don't know potentially, because it also hasn't been covered a lot on that spaces. But in general, I think is the impact it will have for Atom as an asset when it migrates to become a consumer chain or partner chain. I think it's a true game changer for the Cosmos Hub as this interchain service provider, starting with security, but eventually there will be more, but also for Atom as an asset.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you can, as we close it out, because this is very spontaneous stuff. If there's more questions, and Yelena still has a few minutes, please drop them. But what are your views on Atom now? Do you also see it as a meme token that is now getting a little bit of traction, or what is your thesis on Atom?
Yeah, I am extremely bullish on this Atom economic zone, this AEZ that is forming. I think people don't fully realize how impressive these projects are and the teams behind them, like Neutron. We obviously know a lot about Neutron, but that's the same team that is behind the P2P validator that is also has done a lot of work in the Ethereum ecosystem around Lido, liquid staking, etc. So they are extremely competent. Stride, same thing. I mean, what they have been able to achieve in such a relatively short period of time, they have also very impressive sort of backers and investors and kind of team of advisors. It's extremely bullish. Such a talented team, technically, from a business perspective, etc. And I mean, Noble, I would like to think that we are also part of that sort of class of kind of builders, right? Having, Jack, right, be kind of a key sort of resource when it comes to engineering, when it comes to, IBC, when it comes to, his team that he's built, anyways, it's just all incredibly, I think, impressive. And so at the end of the day, it's about the talent, and it's about the humans that are actually trying to build things that are useful and that hopefully people kind of enjoy interacting with. And so, yeah, I guess ultimately, I think we've seemed to have recruited and gotten really amazing teams on board to this vision of this Atom economic zone. And I think last year that was definitely not the case. And so it's definitely extremely exciting to observe a lot of the new talent, a lot of the new energy, a lot of the new kind of people coming into this space. So that's amazing.
What's your price prediction?
By the end of this year? Oh my God. Okay, so It's hard because I also think there's like a lot of like macro conditions that are like affecting just, you know, token prices in general. I don't know. Like, what's the price right now?
I think it's around $11.
Yeah, I think like between 20 and 30 is like, you know, doable.
But do you think Atom is a top 10 coin or top? You know, like, I mean, forget the prices, but like in the rankings, you know, because right now it's ranked 22nd, 23rd actually on CoinGecko.
I do. I definitely do. But I think it'll take longer than the end of this year to realize that. I think it'll take a couple more years to get there, to be honest. But yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
what do you think? You know more about this stuff than I do.
I think sometimes in Cosmos, you know, I think Cosmos is an ecosystem of like people that are truly convinced of IBC, you know, they did their homework, they're very fundamentalist. But then you say like, oh yeah, Atom is not a top 10 coin because of the poor tokenomics or value accrual, right? But then tell me like, what is the value accrual for XRP, right? Like, I think a lot of it is actually narrative that like propels interest from you know, investors and retail. And I think we talked about this atomic economic zone, which is now in the making. And I think that's a narrative which actually has a lot of substance, right? Like XRP narrative is, it's the banking coin, right? But banks don't even use XRP, right? They use probably the XRP ledger or Ripple, but they don't use XRP. So that's a narrative that is, you know, good for them. But and I know way too less about XRP to make any qualified judgment. But like just from my outsider perspective, I think Atom is a very entering this new phase, and the Atom economic zone, like you said, is not just a meme. It's not just a you know, made up stuff to pump Atom. It's actually what is happening, right? You have shared security as this killer application that strong chains like Neutron, Stride, Noble are taking to the market, right? That has strong product market fit. In my opinion, replicated security doesn't even need to scale right now. Everybody also says like, oh, it doesn't scale. But then you look into Polkadot, they have 30 plus parachains. I bet most people, even in Polkadot, can't even name more than 5. So I think it's more about the narrative, and the Cosmos Hub Atom is just getting started on that AEZ, you know, Atom Economic Zone. That's cool. That's sick. That sticks also with people. It's like, I want to know what that is, you know? And, you know, staking Atom, earning USDC, like, I want that, you know? I don't get USDC for staking ETH, you know? So I think when it snaps, like it can go fast. Yeah.